I don't know if it'll necessarily cut off your finger, but it sure will hurt. Hi, welcome to iQAaCar, the show I test the quality of automobiles. I'm Berger. Today we have a 2017 Ford Explorer Limited Edition. Let's check out its overall quality. If you look at the chrome trim over here, on the trunk it has some play. Same thing on the other side. This shark fin antenna, it's pretty steady, it's pretty solid. Door handles on this car kind of got a little bit of a jiggle. Not too much, but it's there. So the back seat window goes fully down on the Ford Explorer, and this is usually on fancier luxury cars. So the back seat of this car is pretty good. It's a little bit small for me. Granted, I'm 6'1", have about an inch between my knees and the seat in front of me. I did notice that this engine cover, it's just a piece of foam. Just a simple old piece of foam. So notice that the wiring harnesses and the insulation hoses on this car are much more cleaner than a Cadillac CT4. The stitching on the steering wheel of this car is better than the Cadillac. So I'm testing the steering wheel warmer right now. It is enabled. The steering wheel has been warming up for about 10 minutes now. And what I've noticed is that it is the hottest at the top of the steering wheel. You don't get any heat on the sides of the steering wheel, and then it's lukewarm at the bottom of the steering wheel. So we have an infrared temperature gun. It'd be nice if it was consistent all around. On the driver's seat, I have the air conditioning going in the seat, and on the passenger seat, I have the heater going. Both have been running for about 10 minutes, and now it's time to measure the temperature. Yeah, the heated seats are nice and toasty in this. Also, the heating element underneath the seats in the back is pretty large, and I can just feel the heat going all the way down when I rub my hand through it. Now to check the ventilated seats for comparison. The driver's side is a little bit on the hotter side, but that's just because I was sitting there while inspecting the car. The most cheapest feeling part of the car, the Sunglass Holder, which is being used as a remote storage in this car. Barely put your finger here, and everything kind of pushes up around it with fairly easy pressure. Now look at the lights over here. Somehow bugs have gotten behind the plastic of this light, and there's no way of getting them out. It's interesting, this car has a button for software licenses in the general settings. If you push it, it just tells you to go to a website. Let's see what happens if we scan for updates for a software update that hasn't been done since 2019. You have to download an app, and that's why the software hasn't been updated. So I'm curious if this automatic trunk could possibly damage your hand or possibly even cut off your finger. So we're going to run this test with a carrot several times. I'm just going to put it right over here on the side, and then close the automatic trunk door lid. For a car that's only 5 years old, I wouldn't expect the button to already fade on the trunk lid so fast. Okay, cool. So it has a safety feature that if it's a certain part of the car that it's going to sense your hand and go back up. What if we do it in a different spot? I don't know if it'll necessarily cut off your finger, but it sure will hurt. So this car has a series of buttons that control the third row of seating. So just push the button and they fold out automatically. What I don't understand is if it already folded out almost all the way, how come the headrests also didn't come up automatically? If you push the stow button, the seats automatically go down. That's pretty neat. These electronic seats, they're not like more than one command at a time. What happens if I push only one chair goes up? Now, if I do stow on one and then fold on the other, doesn't let you do that. All right, now I'll select one seat and I'll push stow. The seat is starting to stow. Now let me put it back to middle and I'll push stow again. And I was hoping that the second seat would do its thing, but it didn't. I can't quite figure out the consistent pattern of this, but it's definitely just does not like more than one command at a time. I'll select one chair, push stow. It's beginning to stow. And I'll select both chairs. I push stow, and now the chair stops what it's doing. Let's push stow again. Well, thank you for watching another episode of iQAaCar. Have a good day.